Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Racer Women's Tennis. I'm Steve Peak here with head coach Olga Elkin. Coach, another successful week of tournament play. The ASU invite, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the girls overall, did really well. They all played pretty well. We hadn't competed at a tournament for about 3 weeks now, almost a month. So, they were all just really excited to get out there and start competing again.
You had a number of winners. Start off with Andrea and how she played.
Yeah, Andrea did really well at that one spot. I think she won her first 2 rounds pretty easy, and she had a little bit of a tougher finals match. She was actually at 5-2 in the second set, 5-1 in the second set, and the girl came back to 5-4, and then Andrea was able to finish it off. But I think that was the best she's played all fall, so she was really excited about that as well.
Now the sisters, Nona and Gina, also came away with wins in the singles. Talk a little bit about their performances.
Yeah, they played extremely well. Nona in the finals won, I think, like 3-0 or something, and she beat I think Simo's one girl from last year that we had trouble with. So she did extremely well, played very well as well, and I was actually extremely proud of Gina. She had a pretty good first tournament. She did not play well at all in the second tournament. So there we kind of saw some nerves come out for her. And this is actually the best tennis I've seen her play all year. So she played in the finals Central Arkansas's 3 girl from last year who gave us some trouble. And I think she won pretty easily.
Yes, yes, she did. And then moving on to doubles, Andrea and Erin Patton also won their tournament as well.
Yeah, we kind of switched up some doubles for this tournament. We had 2 new teams besides the twins, and kind of looking at some new stuff and seeing some new combinations and stuff. So that was actually the first time that they played together, and every single match they kind of played better and better, which was kind of our goal. And they actually played an outstanding finals match. So they were actually really happy, themselves with the way they played. So
right. So Andrea winning twice this weekend.
Yeah, she's very excited. She's the type of player that's more excited not about winning, but that she's finally playing well. She's finally comfortable enough to go for her shots and to hit her shots. And she was actually injured the last 2 tournaments. And she was 100% healthy. So, before we left, she was very excited to play and compete when she's healthy. And so it all came together.
I bet. And then I guess it's worth mentioning that Suzanne Stoltz was part of a duo that also won a doubles draw. And anybody else that stood out for you this past weekend?
Carla did well. She lost first round to the girl that Andrea played in the finals. I think she went 6-3 with her. Carla played extremely well, and she won the back draw consolation to Arkansas State, I think, 2 girl. So she did extremely well. Erin and Meg were playing in the 3 draw, and they both got to the semis. Erin actually played the best I've ever seen her play in the semifinal match. And she took that girl to 3 sets, and then Meg played pretty well in the finals, and I think went 6-5 with the Arkansas State girl. So very proud of all of them.
That's it's great. And then so now the tournament play is over for the fall semester, and then so now you start getting prepared for the match play starting on January 26th when you guys play at Lindsey Wilson. So how do you prepare for that?
I think everyone's pretty excited to get into the spring just because of how well we did this fall. This tournament alone, I think there were 4 other teams, and 3 of those other teams we had lost to last spring. And, with this tournament, we consistently did better than every team throughout the whole draw. So I think, that kind of gets the girls a little fired up and ready and excited to play for spring. So, just our consistency this fall and, everyone doing so well, we're definitely a couple steps ahead of where we were last year at this time. So I think, the girls are all really motivated and excited, to get into off season and start training and, go home and work hard, and hopefully we'll be ready for the spring.
And a lot of preparation between now and January 26th when the Racers take on Lindsey Wilson. That'll do it for this week in Racer Women's Tennis. For head coach Olga Elkin, I'm Steve Booth.